Hey, and welcome to my channel. My name is Stacey Dykes. I am a manifestation coach and intuitive healer. And today I want to share with you how I quit smoking with the law of attraction. I want to share this with you because I know the importance of being healthy and letting go of things that are no longer serving you. So I started smoking because I was one of those kids that was inquisitive, and I would go to like none of my family smokes. None of my family's ever smoked. I should say my parents smoked when they were young, but we didn't see them smoking. My family would my parents would have friends come over that smoked, and I would go and sneak in their jacket and like steal cigarettes. That's how I started smoking. So fast forward till I'm in like my 20s, I tried to quit multiple times, and obviously every time you try to quit, something stressful happens, right? And then you just go right back, or you go out one night to a bar and it's done, right? The whole thing's blown. So I had tried to quit multiple times, and like sometimes I would quit for a couple weeks, sometimes I would quit for a month, but I always would end up going back. I was just learning how to apply the law of attraction, and I'm like, maybe I could try to use it for quitting smoking. That'd be amazing. So I didn't know what I was doing. It was just intuitive. So I want to give you those tips today and hopefully this can help you. So the first thing is, when we're trying to quit doing anything, we constantly have this negative self-talk when we're doing it, right? So let's say I would go out to smoke a cigarette and I'm like, "Oh my God, this is so disgusting. Oh my God, I got to quit. When am I going to quit? I stink. I hate this. I hate the way my clothes smell." I would constantly be saying all of these negative things in my head. So the first thing I did was I decided that I was going to make peace with smoking, which seems counterintuitive, right? You're like, why would you don't want to make peace with it? It's not like you don't want it. But see, that's what happens. When we're trying to quit something or stop doing something and we're forcing ourselves to do it, we're creating resistance. We're not allowing the process to be easy. We're creating resistance. So, tip number one is, I drew a mind blank because I was like, wait a minute, this is in order. Tip number one is make peace with where you are. What if it takes a year for you to quit, but like after that year, you are going to be completely done? Make peace with it will happen when it happens. Maybe it's 2 years. That's okay. If it's 2 years and you're done for the rest of your life, what does another year or 2 years matter? What if it's like 6 months? What does it matter, right? Because we want it to happen now, and we keep like forcing ourselves mentally to like quit, but we're creating all this resistance. So make peace with it. Step number two, which I was talking about before, is all of the mental chatter, all of the negative like thoughts around smoking or whatever else you can apply this to. Every time that negative thought comes up, you need to turn it over. You need to say, "No, I'm not thinking about that. No, I'm not listening to you." So I would literally go out and I would smoke a cigarette. I'd made peace with it. I was like, okay, if it's a year, it's a year, whatever, as long as like I know it's going to happen. So whatever, I'm just going to smoke until I decide to quit, until I'm inspired to quit. So I'm smoking my cigarette and I'm having all these thoughts like, oh my God, this is so disgusting. And every time I would have that thought, I'd be like, no. And I would think about something else. No. And I would think about, oh, look at the weather. Oh, look at the cat. Oh, look at the trash needs to go out. Like whatever it was. And I continued to do that over and over and over and over. Like I literally continued to turn the thoughts off or turn it to something else until one day I didn't have thoughts about it anymore. It was just like a natural process. I'm not going to tell you how long it took me. It was a very, very, very short amount of time. It takes you as long as it takes you. So I don't want to put any timeline on this for you, but this worked and it was incredible. So one day after I had applied these techniques, I made peace with how long it was going to take. It took as long as it took. I stopped the negative mental chatter. I would just allow myself to smoke freely. Like, I'm just going to smoke this cigarette and I'm going to think about other things. And I would continue to turn the thoughts over. One day, I go out to smoke a cigarette and the desire is not there. It was like, I have this pack of cigarettes. I have the cigarette. I just don't really want it. I stuck the cigarette back in the pack, threw the pack in the trash. That was, my husband and I were disputing on how long it was. He says like 14 years. I say, let's just say 14 because we've been married 9 and we've been together for 10. I haven't smoked that entire time. So it might have been between 12 and 14. It happened fast. So through my experience, when you're ready, you'll be ready. The major components of this is make peace with it. Make peace with it. I'm going to get there when I get there. It's going to take as long as it takes. I know that it's going to happen. I know one day I'm going to be inspired. I trust what Stacey's saying. I know this is going to work for me. I'm just going to apply these techniques. It's simple. It's easy. It's free. Do it. Okay? I just know that it will happen. One day it will happen. I didn't do the visualization because I didn't know about visualization at that time. You can also add in visualization. I'm going to visualize myself as someone that's a non-smoker. I'm going to visualize and see myself as someone who goes about their day, or you could have a conversation with someone and they're like, "Oh, I thought you smoked." And you're like, "Oh no, I quit like years ago." Like you've seen yourself in the end. Say you're like a year past quitting smoking and you're having a conversation with someone that you haven't seen in a while and they're like, "Oh, did you quit smoking?" You're like, "Yeah, I quit years ago." See that as a visualization that you're holding if that's inspiring to you. If not, this is the technique I used in the beginning and apply it. If this works for you or you've shared it with a family member or a friend and it works for them, please come back and comment. That's like the biggest gift to my heart, is to know that I am helping this world in some way, shape, or form. Okay? Please comment. If this is something that has been inspiring to you, go ahead and like this video. Make sure you subscribe if you want more videos around manifestation, how to apply the law of attraction, and all the tips and tricks that I'm going to give to you. Click the bell notification, and anytime that I upload a new video, you will get me bing in your inbox. All right, guys. I am holding this intention. I see you connecting with this information. I see you applying it. I see you coming back and saying, "Stacey, this has been the most amazing video ever. You have helped me, my family, my friends. You have inspired me. I am now a non-smoker." And you did it for free. You saved me thousands of dollars. So, bye.